But I'm going to go ahead and fuse all of you guys on the desk. I think that the momentum from yesterday in a one-off is the reason eUnited might pick up Inferno, but the consistency that Furia has provided throughout these last few months is why they'll win this best of 3.
You didn't like Bach explain, by the way.
I know.
You could do it for him.
I did, yeah. So it was because... What was the reason? I forget. Oh, it was because every time Bach was choosing Brazilian teams, they kept on losing.
Right, so they said, hey, stop.
Yeah.
You're trying to be a friend, it's not working.
Right, get out of here.
So maybe he was, in some way, trying to predict Furia to win.
Shave that beard and get out of here.
Which would have been smart, because it feels like, yeah, it was a slow start yesterday, but I mean, I don't know. That was one match where I felt like INTZ had a chance.
Right.
We actually saw they did beat them they did beat them on train, I think, at the minor in a best of 1. And that was like, whoa. Oh, well, INTZ are like happy to play them. So we know that eUnited can play Inferno. They can play well. But that being said, there's so much game tape on their Inferno from yesterday with the 4 OTs. I really feel like Furia can learn a lot from that map. And it's such fresh game tape as well. I think that they can use that to make a lot of counterplays work. I think this is going to be a very difficult map for eUnited to win.
They're going to do it. It's to the T side. They'll start. Heavy arch play, 4-man stack up on the A-bomb site, and it's going to be the apps control coming out of eUnited. It's not been contested at all. Vinny just letting them walk out. Abel's going to play that closer corner, and Case Dorado, well, he's inside of the smoke now. Falls back slightly. Vinny actually can't get a target until finally Bomb arrives on site. Moose has dropped it, but Marky and Vanity for the double. Here comes Art rapidly through smoke. A fadeaway shot as he just crouches back behind Box, and it leaves Yuri to clutch here. But Vanity's already posted, and Vanity's going to take a shot to the chest, then one to the head. Yuri closing the gap, no kit on him. Marky posted next to the pillar, dancing between that and the box, and it's a standoff.
Ooh.
A standoff, Marky wins.
Not bad, not bad. Good kills all around. Everybody looking very sharp. Art especially as he came through that smoke and got that 2-piece. But Vanity, Food, both getting a kill apiece as well. On the entries, very nice stuff. And it was an overstack from Furia. They did call out that it was going to be an A hit. They were right. They got in positions. They had everything going for them, and then they still ended up losing. So good signs for eUnited that they're all hitting shots right now. Vanity has got a Sig. Cooper has a Galil. 3 Mac 10s on the board for them. The buy is not that bad for Furia in comparison, considering the SMGs. So this is going to be a pretty scary anti-eco, if you can even call it that, anti-force buy. Ooh, first shot's not good, and Vanity hits a headshot right away.
Well, Mac 10 jumping around corners. Moose just trying to bait out a response, and he'll get one. Smoke grenade's thrown. And Vinny gets close.
Oh, they're going to flash that. Good flash. Doesn't get enough info, though. We don't know what he heard. They're going to go for the boost in CT spawn. A couple of the CTs have started to rotate over. But eUnited have picked the correct site. They've thrown a smoke at B, and they're just going to go hit A really quickly. Abel's going to get that info. He spots a few. I don't know if he'll call him back or if he'll just try to save at this point.
Can't land that P250 shot, and now eUnited. Good job. They pulled over one of the other players from Furia who had that smoke. Abel was clearly the last player left. Imagine if he gets his smoke down before they start peeking up top mid. Maybe he delays it, and we get that shuffling back from Furia.
Oh yeah, that would have been big.
Based on the timing, eUnited hit it on the head.
That's a really good point. It seemed like he was going to go throw that right away.
Yep.
Just try to force the stack. Yeah. So it was good. Basically, it was good that eUnited moved so quickly, made the decision fast, and got in between that timing. Looks like luck, but sometimes if a team is not deliberate, it shows. They'll end up getting caught in that juggle. And this round they didn't. 5 alive for eUnited. 3 in B site here for Furia, all camped out. Scout, MP9, and a CZ. Absolutely worth saving. It's going to be another difficult round for eUnited to pull together, but and they won't have to upgrade here, which is nice. No one has to rebuy armor. They can kind of run a similar strategy. It's not much they have to do differently.
And still look to rack up cash. 3 Mac 10s, not 1, not 2. Majority Mac 10s. MP9 in the Scout is what was saved. And that's all that remains. A couple CZs. Frag grenades actually is what they've bought into. You can see $600 to $300 for each player on Furia spent. So where's the barrage? Down middle it goes. Marky's going to take the brunt of the damage. Then the MP9 is what tries to swing out and finish off the job, but no. It's just Vinny put to rest for the time being. Case Dorado, close corner. He's presented a target in Food. But with that Molotov, nobody else from Furia can actually swing out and help. 4 members of eUnited to the top of Banana as the scout gets smoked off, but does land the shot, killing Food in the end.
Yeah, they've actually just, rotated so many people in here. It's just they're going to have to run into 4 to get into B, and they like to commit, so Furia reading into this quite well. That's probably why we saw them continue to stack B on that last round.
Right.
I saw United rarely rotate it back, but clearly changing up the game now.
Yuri's looking to make a big play from Boiler. First player's in and down. That's the SG of all weapons. Unfortunately, it doesn't come to him, but he can still make himself useful. Grabs a second kill with Marky and leaves us 2v2. Now,
no way he hit that!
Art sees the trajectory, lands the scout shot. That's sick. Drops Moose to 9 health. Now, that Mac 10 on Abel could be huge. The bomb carrier does get over into the site. That's Cooper with more HP. And Moose, he's not going to stay committed to pit. Almost looked like he wanted to run up. Wants some info. Wants a chance to fight. And he'll get it. Abel's blindsided by it. Art's scout has been nice, but is it good enough for this clutch? He could just go for the wall bang if he's ambitious. Anticipates the peak, and Cooper's going to nail it. 3-0 from eUnited, but that's a scary round.
That was a very, very scary round. That was an insane shot hit by Art. I can't believe we just saw that. He had to track him through the smoke. That's like something you do at like a fair, just to show your skill.
Hope we get the replay of it. The Mac 10 clearing corners. This was big from Yuri. If only that SG had fallen forward, who knows what more he gets. But Cooper trades it. Cooper plants the bomb. Cooper wins the clutch. Back into the buy now. We've got that op immediately on Art. Posted here towards B with the heavy B presence that we've seen. 3 players immediately, and they're so sectioned off. Molotov behind and in front, and yet Marky burnt to a crisp. So Vinny maintains this map control, loses a lot of his HP for it, but at least we have Furia sitting 3v3 and then some. Cooper's going to go in for the peak. eUnited lose their edge. Rotation back from Furia towards Library. Yuri trying to help out Abel. Vinny, this is a low HP position. He's got 2 players coming in on him. Hits that first shot. Down goes Moose, and a sick flick from Vinny.
That's nice.
Furia on the board. All about banana control. All about Vinny.
All about Vinny, absolutely. Every single shot coming in. We saw the meditation before the game started. Now we're seeing why he did it.
Yeah, you know what? Side note, it'd be cool to see more teams do that.
Sure.
You know, I like seeing that crossover.
We could all use a little bit more mindfulness.
It's a little balanced lifestyle. You know, you got to find zen after losing your opening match to Ints yesterday. Here it comes, aggro peek from Banana. Once more, they're going to go for the heavy 3-player setup. Art not worried about the closer position because he has Vinny to help. And Vinny's going to save the day. Enables Art to get 2 picks with that op, and we have eUnited just dismantled in the first 30 seconds of the round, but Vanity's close. And Vanity had clawed back some rounds versus Avant-Garde in crazy situations like this.
It's so chaotic. If eUnited knew that they had 3 people at the top of Banana right there, they probably would have just rocked to A quickly. Yuri's got behind him in the lines, though. He gets a flank off, hits every single bullet there. Oh, and Moose gets a flank 1 at A, but they've lost ball control. It's now, him versus 3 more. Started as a 1v5. Getting damage here would be nice.
What you got, Moose?
Yeah, he's got a lot of time to work with. He's actually got a lot of health, full nade set. He doesn't have the bomb, which makes things a whole lot harder. But, man, we saw Dupree in a similar situation here at Blast, remember?
That I do.
Does not have the refresh. Unfortunately.
Moose takes some damage and then even more. So at least he got those first 2 kills crisp. Didn't take damage for it. Makes you, tempted, tantalizing, but not going to happen. That's Furia back with another second round now. Just 1 round the difference to eUnited's edge, and unfortunately for them, the cash will not get them a bye.
We're going to go ahead and keep up 13 to 2,600. Basically only got Eagles, not much utility bot whatsoever, or any at all. I think a flash with a Halls pop would have been a really good way to use how many players they have right now, but you see this many Deagles, you think, okay, they're probably just going to work really slowly the whole round. Rushing's not going to do much for them.
Banana kill coming in. They've lost that anchor and their front runner. Food's now going to try his hand at working around the smoke. Which does get refresh from Arch side. I feel like if Moose is alive on T side, he's just in apps. She's always there, constant lurker. Like that is a.
Well, it's him and who is there? Who's always in apps?
Moose.
No, Moose and someone else. Him and Vanity are either taking places. That's just where they go on defaults.
Right.
To get control. Sometimes he peeks out the long haul. We've seen how he used the smoke yesterday. He throws like a very precise smoke that has both sides of the smoke he can use to peek, and he did a good job of opening up hit as well as trying to get kills on lane. And this is a really good round. Somehow they got so much damage off of on Vinny and Caserado. They got caught even though Caserado had a smoke. I don't know if they missed one, and I guess Vinny smoke bottom Banana and Caserado just didn't use his, but that's a whole lot of damage. Answered back though by a great grenade at the feet of Food.
In the round that Vinny gets 4 kills with that op, there was a lot of grenade damage coming out of eUnited too. I like their Molotovs on Banana. So this time I think you could have extinguished that threat, but it's not the first time in these opening 7 rounds where we've seen eUnited softening them up. Gorilla on the outside. All right, ambitious Molotov trying to predict some sort of a setup. Not going to affect Furia's default in this moment. Yuri off angle, but he's lost Abel over his shoulder. He's going to activate. Pushes up towards Porch. Clears Marky. They heard shots coming out of balcony, so they know that Moose should be in there. But how much more of a threat lingers on? B open for the taking. I love these gamble rotations from Furia, but they'll get back in time.
Just about. He's got a rifle in front of him as well. Yeah, eUnited have moved into a proper setup. They've got this lurk going on. Moose can come up late. B-side's getting taken over. Rotations are all very adequate, but the last player at A is so far behind. He won't even be able to stop this lurk, maybe.
Late boost. You can see them clear it, eUnited. Weren't able to get the kill. Coffin smoke soon to fade, and CTs have expendable lives. Yep, he's going to jump in with it. Caserado, 2 headshots, and Moose's lurk, results in nothing. Not even a kill here. Doesn't even have time to get to the bomb site.
The play changes when he sees the amount of time left on the clock. Caserado, a lot of the times, you're not going to jump through a smoke to stop a bomb plant, but when there's 10 seconds left, you could win the round, even if you end up dying. So he took a small risk there, and the bomb planter wasn't even being covered. So goes ahead, grabs both kills. An easy round there for Furia, but a sensible rotation when things got really chaotic at the top of mid from eUnited. Back on pistols, Moose has an AK that I think he saved from last round. He was lurking A.
Yes. Woo! Speedy Gonzalez.
Not bad.
Quick peek in from Art. Wants that apps control. Vanity. Ooh, he gets the deagle. Art turns his head at just the worst moment.
I think the A lurkers are taking a little bit too much time. Whether it's the guy at A holding or the guy who is on T side who's meant to go quick, like somewhat quickly, they're just moving up. They're moving a little bit slowly, like really slowing down the round. It's scary for them, but if they lose usefulness if they don't move quite fast enough.
And he wants a peek, but fires the op. It's going to reveal the presence from eUnited, so they'll double back. Furia haven't gotten too curious from A, but now nearly slain. Food dropped to 8 HP. So the op on Vanity, AK for Moose. Those are still the 2 big key pieces of the little eUnited has. They were able to pull rounds like this versus Avantgarde yesterday. So capable and competent, but also casualties all over. 4 kills for Abel on the hold. The off the AK means nothing.
Barely had to take a step. Really patient shooting. Easy stuff, man. That was a good hold. And it's minimizing deaths is the big thing. He doesn't have to rebuy his all. His teammate's not in danger. There's no bomb plant this round. All because he just stayed patient, very confident, just like nailed these headshots.
1v1, v1, v1.
Yeah, that's true too. They could have tried to swing on him. Didn't know the fight would be right there. It's a fast all play, and Art's gonna have some pressure put on him. Yuri's here with a rifle to support. And he also gets the first kill, yeah.
One of those situations that could get rough, but they swing it both ways. Won't anticipate Fury. Oh, he almost gets 3. Still 2, good enough. Keeps this even keeled, and the CTs rotate over. Og from downrange almost has Cooper down for the count, but him and K Serrato on near the same HP. Look at Marky, 20 health combined for eUnited. Smoke down first for K Serrato, supposed to create some space for him to maybe walk out from. Vinny also could just silently skirk out and maybe blindside somebody. Cooper. He hears this. He's honing in on it, and he's nailed Vinny to the wall. We talked about K Serrato being on low HP. He's going to have to give this up.
Wow, no chance. Yeah, they actually had it so close. Insane entries from Mark. He got the 2 kills, did the 180 from lane into arch and got those both. And the thing was, they had a good. Furia had a great setup for that pulp, right? They had a lot of chances to win. Art even got the first kill, and then they had a Yuri in the boiler, and he did something like 290 damage. Took down 2 players for full. And yeah, this is crazy spray control for Marky.
That's the big one.
He also ends up living, into the later situation, so that's pretty nuts from him. But yesterday, United did that top mid pop, and it worked a little bit too well. There was never anyone from Avatar playing in those spots. Now Fury are playing up close quite often, so United got to be a little bit more careful.
Negligible damage on the counter nades from United. Ooh, Vinny goes headhunting.
Scary.
Doesn't get anything for it. Bomb to the side of Apps. That's that Apps default between Vanity and Moose. Trying to play both sides of it this time.
Very decent amount of control here from United. Furia clearly wants to do something at B. They don't, you don't want to hang out with 3 people here, not knowing if it's going to be a B hit or not. So we'll see if they try to reclaim top banana, or if they fall back, rotate out. And it looks like Art will go pick up Arch. So that is a huge blind spot if they leave that open. Even if they're not sure that United will take it, they know that they've lurked there before. And with that little bit of patience and the map control that United have, they now have the kind of best possible situation for getting into B. The only thing is they don't even have a smoke to throw on CD spawn.
Flash is good, though. Okay, Serrato ready. T's come in. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Vinny. Not only is he going to flash assist, but he comes in with kills of his own. What a solid hold from Furia.
Get hyped. Yeah, that was sick. Just 2 people. I mean, they had better utility. There was no smoke for CT spawn. I might have gone out already. That's maybe what we saw. And then instead it was just the flashbangs 1 Molotov to use, which aggressively speaking, they'd have to know to molly out emo. But here you can see the counter flashes were perfect. Even though I believe Vinny was flashed out of position initially, he set up for a flash for himself. So
yep.
there could be a good peek from K Serrato. Takes full advantage of that. Now we move into this next round. Another round where United are back on pistols. Yuri has some info, and Alt is going to hear this. He's also going to get tagged up and wallbang in the head with the deagle.
Art hits the player in the back. That's a bit unfortunate for him. He's tossed to the wayside.
And here's why it's so great to always have someone, pick control. You still feel very confident about A with him alive on the balcony in particular. Rotates in it. They're in there kind of passively watching the B site, hoping it's going to be an A hit.
Gotten enough kills to actually equip themselves with rifles.
Yeah, and they have armor too.
Yeah, so an armor pistol round that has at least gotten them to a decent 3v3. But here comes Abel right into the crosshair of Marky. Put to rest. Vinny up in the corner. Do they check this? They should, and they will. This is it. United going to pop back onto the scoreboard with a pistol round by.
Question is, K Serrato does even go for it? Haven't really showed us anything on the A retakes. Wouldn't be surprised if he just gives it up. No free kills here. United have been pretty good in their post plans, not peeking when they don't need to.
Knows where 2 are. Dodges the flash. Oh man, Food just executes himself.
Oh wow, he's got info now.
Yeah, he's got it all.
Whoa,
he's got it all to work with. But There you have it. Headshot eventually lands. Vanity flying out a balcony there scared me. You know, Food walking into the bullet, that's one thing. But Vanity could have just given himself away and left his last player stranded on site.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been miraculous, but they gave him the opportunities when they could have stayed there and minimized losses. They did save that round, so they have like kind of an exorbitant amount of money that they have in the bank. So they've got the full buyout, they've got all the utility, whereas Furia are actually quite low. They don't have a single kit this round. They've got half armor on 3 people. They do at least have the op on Art, and he puts it to good use, as he has been doing. Looks for the wallbang shot and just will fall back off of that. Takes half the damage on his health, but he can tell his team he's got a 5v4. And there's a fair bit of control here for Furia now. 5v4, and they have top banana. Art looks for another shot, goes a bit wide. How are the CTs going to approach this? They could go for the cubby setup, or I don't think they want to flash through. No, that's an insane place to put an op. This is where he's like kind of like fallen, you know, very unorthodox in terms of his positioning on CT side with the op. But this is what you need to do to get kills.
Now the smoke fade, he's gonna almost collateral. Keeps it up and misses the shot, but here comes Vinny. Famas ready to trade. In fact, op maintained. He's gonna stay committed to the corner as the round comes to a close. 4 survivors for Furia. That's a good way to bounce back after eating a force buy loss in the last.
So Avangard had like 8-7.5 versus eUnited on this map.
Yeah.
I think eUnited were playing on the
T side to start.
T-side, yeah, that's right. Because Avangard's T-side, that was like what we were, or at least what I was most concerned for eUnited about. Here, Furia are doing a pretty good job. It feels like they can grab 10. They have like a much better hold on this half. There's been some rounds with really good entries from eUnited, but I don't know how confident they are in their default versus Furia's CT side. Art's also hitting a lot of op shots, and that's a win condition for most teams on the CT side if you're going to buy an op. It should be, right? It's such a powerful gun. He's up to 113 ADR. No signs of stopping. Once again, good amount of control here for the CTs. Worked out for them last round. They don't have the kill to couple with that. Able to spot B. Minute 12, United reclaim top banana. They've got somebody in alt who just covers all positions right now. I don't know if they want to come through the smoke. They do have enough smokes for an entire execute, but there's 3 people here on B. So I think it feels like Furia have been waiting for a round like this.
Wow, Art so blind. Good job from KS Dorado. Saves the day, loses a teammate over his shoulder, but still he's good to go, and Art repeats through smoke to seal off the bomb. Moose gonna have to clutch this. Full belt of utility, 1v3. Bomb's actually open for the taking, but he's gonna keep his eyes on sight. Oh, sees it. Sees the player creep. Can't get the kill, and Art certainly will.
A mad round from everyone on Furia, especially KS Dorado. Boosted quad, and again, you know, even though Art has to fly off his position, there's a perfect crossfire with him and quad from CT, and it's so easy for him just to get out of there. So, you know, a lot of these shots, it's just people who are focused in on making sure that Art's not going to re-peek and spawn. Everyone's looking the other way. He only has one really 50-50 duel, and then Art can actually come in to save him after, return the favor. Winding up in this half so far. 14 rounds now. 14th round. It's pistols again for eUnited. Furia have been controlling the economy, which is not easy to do in the new economy.
Abel's getting curious. Moose tries to spook him back. There you go, scout shot. Clean one to the top of Banana. Unfortunately for United, they're not in a great position to just gun into B off of this. If only they had 4 players there, it would be near open for the taking, other than Art. But as we near the minute mark, we still have eUnited comfy in their 5v4, and icing on the cake is they've gotten that AUG in the hands of a man who also has Kevlar and a helmet.
They group up and explode. They've been happy to, I mean, they've been taking Hall's control because it's been given to them. They haven't really used it too often, but it's fine. As long as it's given to you, go for it. And now they do have a couple of options again, but I think Furia know this is an anti-eco, so they're just sitting back and chilling. Where is our 5th player? How did Vinny die?
Vinny was killed right here behind Car and Banana.
Okay.
Just got scouted in the head.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Art takes a tag! And then he bags the first two players as they round the corner, bombs dropped. That's such a tempting push here from eUnited, and they walk into a rock wall.
You know, something I don't know is how fast it's. You probably get, I mean, you get back on cycle faster on a scout. So he went in for the repeak. Art basically had to hit the quick scope.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly a difficult shot. He just realized, I think he had basically pre-fired it. Like, he knows that this is tempting. He just goes ahead and shoots. Vanity's like, I've got you dead to rights. I hit you once. I'm going to repeak in your angle. I've only got a scout. It's quicker than you. And he still dies. Really crazy stuff. Art is actually fantastic.
Yeah. You mentioned it before, and I think they said it on the desk. Big win condition is Art, and right now he's hit that 18 frags in the first half. 122 ADR. Wins a duel straight up versus Cooper, so not only is he hitting these quick flicks, but crucial duels are his. Abel is going to be ready as Marky just burns himself here on mid. Art, though, overwhelmed, and Abel's got a player behind him, not to mention Vanity in front, just does it all on his own.
Oh my god, these double entries.
It's just sheer bodies raining down into the pit. Vinny cuts him off.
Oh, they saw a nade cross from pit, and they know one planet on site, so got
Position's
two
gone.
nade tags.
Molotov burns a bit of the open, but he misses his one chance. Uses
Small
the
pit.
barrel.
Yeah.
Still going to push him out. They're actually going to prioritize the bomb site of all things. Serato down by Food, but Food smoked off entirely. Vinny's going to try to find this bomb, and he taps it. Anticipates the peek, and flub situation there from Food. Furia, 10 rounds in their opening CT side.
Yeah, it must have been confusing there for Food as to like where exactly the bomb was planted, and so he thinks Vinny could maybe just stick it, which makes it hairy, but we'll be right back with the second half. Don't go anywhere.
Me.
12 rounds, ding ding. Sick and tired of the whole damn thing, yeah. Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling now. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no. Got the belt like a king, heavyweight champion of the whole damn thing, yo. Full of gas, full of spin, Jekyll and Hyde, you're the evil twin. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, you're never gonna. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no. Down, down.
eUnited's T side on their map choice not going as planned, starting with a 3-0 lead and closing the half with only 5 rounds. They only made Furia retake once, Mohan, in the very last of the first 15, but here we are with a second pistol and icy dual Berettas. I also see a big fight already ready. Oh my goodness, hold up. CT is aggressive into the apps, have successfully blasted back both Vinny and Art looked great in the first 15. No longer a part of the equation. The damage is there too. So, all right, eUnited, they waste no time.
Yeah, this looks like a great call out. They, take the chance that it might be an alt play. They get a few people up in the window room, and they're correct. I think they even threw 2 flashes from Food to really just abuse the fact that there was going to be a lot of people there. So they made that as hard as possible. Furia were happy to fight. but Abel's the only one to get a kill. That's, you know, that Glock versus USP disadvantage. Bomb is left up in the back alt. They're not going to go ahead and take that just yet. CTs are kind of sitting back, passive as they should be. But this does give Furia maybe a small chance to get an opening kill. Yuri doesn't seem to be aware that there could be somebody in Cubby as well. So they'll recollect the bomb. Be back up to top mid, potentially. And look for their duels. Rotation is out. And an opportunity is in. Oh, but it's for Cooper.
Yeah, poor guy stuck in the corner. Does at least get one. KS Dorado on for the 1v4. However, we've got Vanity just goblin camping back on this box. And Marky will swing wide for the win. We've got a pistol for eUnited. But remember, they won first pistol too.
Yeah.
So you've got yourself both pistol rounds. If you can fully convert for those 6 rounds, you'd think you'd get a map.
Yeah, I mean, it's not 6 rounds anymore, right?
Right.
And it's only 4.
Yeah.
Which is probably, you know, good for the sake of the best of 1. But it's somewhere to start. It does actually make it a little bit worse when you think about the rounds that they won in the first half. That they only have 6 in total now. They did get the first 3 in a row. There's a Zeus that goes off. But the MP9 wins. Players up in alls. They haven't spent a lot of money this round. We know what's coming.
They just gone right into the balcony burst. You'd think Cooper gets overwhelmed here. And the timing's still there for them to get this plant. Now with all the CTs just clamping down on the Cooper should be ready. We get 1 trade frag out of KS Dorado, and Vinny left stranded. Gets 1 tap by the USP. eUnited with rifles and still picking up pistol kills. What's up with that?
That's a good question.
They knew they had him. A caged animal. It was an easy kill. So Furia coming in with their first buy to the T side. Mac 10 included.
The stats are all messed up from eUnited yesterday because they played so many rounds. They have like,
yeah.
There was like Cooper who had like 35 kills and 50 ADR from like 1 map. That sucks. Vinny between 2 flames. No one saves him? Yeah. No, he does. He does event. No, he doesn't get out. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that one of those were his.
That's an actual 1G in the chat.
Ooh. And how that garden hose of an MP9 sprays through to find Art. 4v3. The initial banana bout goes to the favor of eUnited and then some.
People are flammable.
I mean, there was a couple of rounds even on the first half where I praised the Molotovs of eUnited. I think they do have good utility usage on banana, and it's showing here in this TT round.
Definitely do. Got a good passive setup, just the 2 players here. They don't need to make any more rotates happen. Yuri's picked the best choke point to work right now. Not banana, not lane, not halls, arch. So that's open. He's got the bomb. He's probably not winning the round here, let's be honest, but at least he's found the best possible way into the round. Now, let's see if Vanity wins this duel. It's going to be some crazy AK. Half shot. No, it's not. Let's take insane advantage versus an AK at that distance, especially. Honestly, at all distances, if it's just 2 players not moving,
right.
The only thing working against you with the SIG is just the spray, but especially at that distance when you're scoped in and prepared. 2 rounds of difference. Furia's in double digits, but who knows for how long before eUnited catch up to that. Art's got a SIG for himself. A few players with full armor.
Raid boss buy.
Yeah, raid boss buy.
No hyper aggression from eUnited. No banana control out of the gate. So playing it like an anti-eco. Art's going to take a Molotov to the chest, fire to the feet, loses a quarter HP, and will redirect towards B, where he is met by more utility. Oh, they can boost over the wall. What? Oh, what? What? No. What? What the? Oh. Yo, let's play that back. Screw the rest of the round. I want the replay now. What was that shot?
Oh my god.
Oh, and he's just going to grind him to a halt as they try to round the corners of banana. Yuri's Deagle finds a single kill, but I don't care about anything else. other than that first one.
Oh, wow, that was ridiculous. I was thinking he was going to be able to crouch at the half wall after the flash comes out, pop up, and then maybe fight Vanity. And then instead, this happened. Oh.
What are those?
Yo.
Wow. I like it.
That's insane. That's pretty ridiculous. It was just an anti-eco, but what a show. Here's a real round. Vinny, once again, just getting lit up by these flames so early on. I don't know. It's probably not his fault, honestly. Like, if you're the guy to stand...
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's good.
As you mentioned, and so with the nades, it's a 50-50. Sometimes you bounce logs, sometimes you bounce in the left corner. Sometimes you just throw them by the half wall. It just depends where you think the one player is going to end up at what timing in the round. United making great gambles. But nobody's saving Vinny. He's taking like 75 damage from these mollies. He's not the one who's supposed to smoke himself out most of the time. Maybe the smoke that United's throwing is throwing Furia off and they can't actually save him. Or maybe he's coming up on the banana without a smoke in the first place. We're missing it. We didn't see. But that's unaccounted for damage. It's free damage that United should not be getting.
Ready for the tap, but no CT to peek. Molly's in, CT smoke down. Vanity gonna eat some grenade damage, but nothing too substantial. Food on the high ground has Vanity to peek out wide and hell. Smoke grenades completely section Furia off. Sure, they have a couple players try to, trudge along and push on through. Doesn't work out for them, and the smoke's refreshed at the 30-second mark. So either desperation on a sprint in, or they try to save.
They don't have a lot of options. It's going to be a difficult save as well. I think they know that.
Oh, it's gone.
A spectator smoke. Oh, my goodness. Art with the P. Oh,
There's
my
two.
goodness. Oh, my goodness.
There's three. Abel just blasts back two of them. Cooper's going to have to come in for the retake on Banana. What is this? We had like 15 seconds left. They had to hold that moment. And Abel with another.
Come on, man. Are you kidding?
Stone cold killer.
Crazy. Man, the first kill from Art, you're like, wow.
2v4.
He really came out with that peak. Yeah, they didn't have a lot of options. I mean, going B was the best one. Running back to mid, there was someone waiting for them. 4v2, both players were known the amount of time left. It was absolutely understood that it would work in a B. They had to hit every single shot like they did, just like that. And they went ahead and delivered. That's crazy by Abel J. Holy smokes, man.
All right.
That's so ludicrous.
All right.
That would have been United tying up for sure. That's their round.
His Vanity's not the only guy who can hit headshots.
Yeah. That's a good sign. He is 21 and 14. Holy.
He's up there. I mean, this is exactly what we saw from yesterday as well. It was just crazy individual levels. So good on him for running it back.
Not a bunch of money for United. Scary territory now. He did call a pause, which is good. They got rocked a bit on that round, certainly psychologically. Banana's gone well at the beginning. Food coming out with that full spray. And another self-nade. Mark is going to nade himself, I believe. The trades are in. It's 4v2 already.
Yeah, big one. Vanity, though. He's going to peek into three players. Takes just one with him.
Dust brought him up. He was a player. He said that it seemed like he was playing B a lot. And a lot of the times, he was just the guy rotating the CT after his teammates would die and come in through a smoke, sometimes off of a flash from his teammate, and then just spray down two before dying. It was very, very hard to stop. This round is just a series of entries that go really well. Poor Vinny is getting bullied by his own teammates every single round. Either they're not saving him with the smokes when he's getting mollied out, or they're dinking him.
Yeah.
Sometimes once he actually killed himself.
That's true. Yeah.
Just everybody hates Vinny right now.
Self-loathing. Ops are options, but right now nobody looking to save him. No, gonna let them all slide.
Was there an op that he wanted?
There was 2 AWPs there, and it looked like he was trying to search for one, but I guess we'll just let him go.
They do get blown in this direction as well if he wants to pick them up, but nope.
So Furia, 2 consecutive rounds, figuring out that B site. Once in a 2v4 with superb headshots from Abel J.
And that's what we talk. That's what we talk about. And in retrospect, this is the most pivotal round if they win, right?
And I think that last round was just one of the first times where eUnited's B grenades weren't nearly as successful. The flashbangs of Furia really kind of interrupted the process, left the CT stranded. Moose, the only player with a weapon for eUnited this round. Abel was watching for the peek, but Yuri's just going to hit him with some jumping shots. The wall spam, good enough to scare him back a bit. But the CT's push on mid. Abel's just getting peppered by these USPs. Art cleans it up as he doubles back from the base of Banana, but now Vanity maybe has a chance.
Do something crazy.
Jump to the half wall.
Why not?
Here's them coming. It's a weird spot to be in. As the smoke fades, he's slain. Moose alone once with more. Not even going to get a kill.
Actually important there, Furia. Don't lose 3. So, again, they just come out that positive cash flow after that round. They're up to 13. United have enough money to buy. Not enough money to buy an op comfortably. Vanity will pick one up. He doesn't have armor. I guess he's going to be opping B. There's been so much more action on that side of the map anyways. The only issue is it actually is you're so much more squishy, and there's so many grenades that come your way. So your kind of aggressive options are very limited. He's all alone too, no armor. Misses his shot, goes down. That's the site open wide. And I don't know if they will act on this. Probably worried there's going to be at least one more person here, but in the meantime, United are just going to sit at A. So, yeah, it's good. Furia, just go ahead and scout this out.
1 kill wins this round.
They honestly might have even thought that Vanity didn't have armor. It'd be hard to tell, but
I like that Furia, you know, they haven't been conditioned by the early grenade success on Banana.
Yeah.
They've gone consistently through it, and they keep going.
This is a round you see at the save, so you delay the plant a little bit, get in kind of better positions, work on some kind of retake. Just want to make sure they win. And Able J can kind of guide them here if they want to rotate out, but they're not totally positive based on what's in CT spawn. So they'll play it safe.
How much are Fury you're willing to invest just to get these kills?
Yeah, it's a really good question. They have a lot of money, man. They don't want to have to go up against another buy. It just depends if they view these kills as easier than doing on a full round next round.
Ooh,
nice
Marky.
spray control, man.
Sitting in the treehouse. First one, and yeah, Molotov's not going to get anything happen. So 4 survivors. Good position for eUnited because like money's non-existent. Rebuy would not have really been there.
Yeah, they put a lot of faith in Vanity, and Vanity couldn't deliver. It wasn't a very hard flick shot to hit, but he was so squishy in the first place. It was a liability to throw him and be alone.
Yeah.
He bought an op, no armor, had no grenades, and they were just maybe hoping that they never came there, or if Vanity shot an op shot that they'd fall back. And so it was just the worst possible situation. Furia exploited him completely. They even went for the dry peek, right?
Yep.
They didn't anticipate that, so it could have been a play that worked out.
Caserado's hunting for it. Food. Yeah, posted. Posted on the better position. Frag grenade to the face, little shrapnel.
Ooh, they rotate into that.
Continuous utility still. So Vinny knows that he's got a couple players in this deeper right side corner. If he wants to get aggressive on logs, then he's technically got them pinned in. But they have the numbers advantage.
Oh my god. Did
Whoa,
he just drop an
swaps.
AUG for a SIG?
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. If there's anybody I'd trust to make that decision right, it's like
Vinny.
someone on Furia.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
How long was Caserado using the AUG before it was even meta?
that was Yuri.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. And Yuri or Vinny, one of them. But Vinny, I think his best gun is like the SIG. So that's kind of nuts, man.
Starting to box into the A site. Smoke grenade blocks off library. Marky's not going to be able to feed any more info to his teammates, but he can feed them kills. Just gets Art blind through it. Yuri's still close, but oh man, he just walks right into his death. Moose completely cut off here.
Oh, and now they know he's here, just off that sound cue.
He's going to try to play around these. He's going to go for the spam, but he's going to get killed from Graveyard. Surely Yuri just pops his noggin. No, it's saved. Here comes Food with a kill as the bomb plant goes down from Vinny. Moose has stayed as an anchor long enough, but Vinny 1v3 is laying down that damage.
Would have loved to see that, that's why he picked up the SIG.
Right.
Man, that was crazy. There was a small chance there. So the smoke he throws just to get the flames out was enough to cover him long enough his teammate could come and save him, and he goes ahead and gets his kill on that 50-50 front side engagement.
Timing was close.
The timing was very close.
So close.
Yeah, the rotates were just good enough for eUnited. The double pit setup seemed to be the right thing to do. So it's not a round Furia win. It is one that comes very close. You think they'd have that locked up. Instead, eUnited will get to double digits. It is their map pick. Important to remember.
Correct.
This does eventually go to train as well.
And Nuke next.
Yeah.
Based on Furia's decision. Art aggressive. Gets himself ready for the push, and food fed to the T's.
Wouldn't be surprised if they just continue to bully their way into this. They like to go B.
Follow-up damage. Crisp headshot off of Vanity, but he knows. Oh my god! Oh my god! He could have so easily nailed that ace. So many bodies. So much damage. I would love to know his ADR for the round.
Dude, that flash from his teammate was so good.
Yeah, every single one of them was blind.
Oh, that's a big moose.
Like a clump of grapes. He just starts popping them.
He can't jump up. He'll expose himself, so
Yeah.
he's going to be very careful.
He'll play with the angles. Has some utility. Low HP, though. 45-second mark, and yeah, overextends into Cooper's scope. But damn, that flashbang was nice.
That was juicy, yeah. Because they were constantly fighting, they were all forced to just stay forward. You wouldn't play anti-flash in this situation, so everyone just eats it. That was nasty.
And the two blind players, like the two in the back aren't blind, but then they have their blind teammates jumping in front of them.
Kaser auto kills one.
Yeah, just based on the sheer amount of lead that's getting pumped down range. Connects the shot. Now Food back in the corner. Hits a dink. Kevlar saves a ball for a moment, but Vanity on the repeat falls to Yuri in the end. Doesn't expect a third player to be to the right side. Marky blind. And a chance for these two remaining Furia players to at least get into sight for plant. But all of eUnited are here. No hesitation on that rotate.
The fast molly out. They can definitely wait this out. I'm sure they're happy to see this utility come out this soon. The only thing is the smoke. So the Yuri does have one to refresh CT, which can bait out another very important piece of utility from the CTs. Now, it looks like they want to try to make it a 2v2 if possible. Cooper, oh, whoa, man. He uses the op shot and will have to fall off the angle. Changes the game a little bit. That smoke goes down, though.
He most certainly could have died right then and there.
It's going to go back to A.
How long? How long did eUnited hold?
Yeah. I don't know if they want to go back to... Oh, yeah. I guess they're just going to go all the way back. That smoke came out very late. That was nice how they walked out for so long. And they knew that was coming. So this is going to be a free plant. That is the bomb carrier... The bomb carrier is... Oh, Yuri. Perfect. So Mac 10, and then the AUG can get in position.
Yep, and he's not even just going to hold back. He's going to get adventurous. Oh, but here's the footsteps. The footsteps of the player on the right pulled his crosshair away. Cooper sees that Yuri's in position. Deagle, 1v3. The CT starting to line up. Mac 10's out. He's running off of this. eUnited just charge headstrong.
Another situation where timing gets the better of Art. He gets into a really aggressive position. It might not have worked out anyways, just because players coming from each side. So if he gets the first AUG kill, like, he should get traded, no problem. And he didn't hear the other player in the first place, so try to go for the read. He also didn't have armor to work with, so had the AUG naked and kind of made the best of a bad situation. It was a good rotate out. Love how they used their smokes. Love how they thought about all of the potential situations where the CTs could be waiting for them, try to get Cooper off his angle or get that kill in the first place. And then made that like kind of famous like swag complexity rotation out of B into A site. Fury call a pause to talk about things. This game is definitely starting to heat up. Saw Avogar get taken to OT in a situation very similar to this.
3 OTs.
4.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Left me delirious, Launders. Once you get past the third one, okay,
They melt together.
yeah. It's all a melange.
So kind of timid on the grenades. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot used from either side. Again, one thing that I always talked about with eUnited. It's just they were very good about making sure to be somewhat aggressive on B. And here, the aggressive play comes out from the T's. They try to stay in front of it. Food will now have to pick up the slack, but Art knows how to deal with offers.
Yep. Little crosshair misplacement costs them. Deep smoke as well. Gets Vinny onto the tree. He's got the support on the crossfire and construction.
This round done.
Over. That's 15 rounds for Furia. Overtime confirmed.
Especially when you get into a site fast enough, so they didn't have cons control. So you can throw this aggressive smoke, but it's not really useful if you don't have cons control that early. But once they know they got 2 people and they killed the player who would be in cons, then they can go ahead, throw the deep smoke, push out to get control of it, and then there's just no way for the CTs to come in, especially if they're just going for the basic rotation. If they have some kind of big flank or they push into ult that round, then maybe you could think about going for the rotate and have someone sit outside the smoke and CT spawn. But in this round, there's just no way. Then now they've got to just sit back and in A, and for Furia, they don't have that much money to work with, so they're cool just taking this, working into a new round. Another round where they win B. It's not easy to win B versus eUnited. They do have good B players. They have been holding quite well. This was just not one of those rounds, and Furia are always up for the challenge of like being very aggressive when they need to. So I think it was Vanity went 1 for 1, and then Food just got absolutely decimated.
3 chances for eUnited to push it the limit. It was Avant-Garde that took us into overtime yesterday. Now eUnited are going to have to do it for themselves. Cooper starts this off, takes a lot of damage, but at least he gets that 5v4 early on.
Quiets down immediately. This round's going like clockwork for Furia, but it's a good start for eUnited. Full focus on A.
Is this setup too passive?
No, because they have a kill. So.
Moves past the smoke. Food trying to throw himself into the works of Furia. Good dink. And doesn't take any damage back in return. Excellent flash from Moose. Good assist. And this is going to convince Furia to just go headstrong into B. Vanity, he knows it. They're prepared.
One set of utility on Able J will take us time to throw all of these nades out. The smoke actually might help him move in.
Cooper does more damage. Vanity's Molly will finish off that first frag. That's the front runner of Furia down for the count. Two Ts remain. Art, blinded. Nice, dude. These flashbang assists have been excellent this round. Moose over on Arch and Food here on the B site. Add in some Cooper picks, and you've got the recipe for a 13th round.
Yeah.
2 left to go.
Even their flashes yesterday were great too. Like their flashes mid-round, just like when they called for a peek, there's almost no one dying unblind. There, it's a similar scene. They're also using good counter grenades. They're like most of the time, if you're having to get through a smoke on B, like top banana, right? And that's because they're doing a good job with their Molotovs, not only throwing the grenades on time, but holding them for long enough that they have them for the late round and causing these kind of like really risky rotations for Furia. So they've earned their way into round 29, no doubt about it. And in fact, Furia don't have an entirely full buy right now. I'm not sure if there's guns for Quesarado, a Quesarado to pick up, but one would hope. No, I don't think so. Yeah, he's going to have to settle with the CZ.
Eesh. Cooper. Not going to come out on top of the grenade exchange. But at least there's no damage. They lose forward footing, but they don't lose a player. That's a trade you'll take. Quesarado just took a substantial bit of damage. Is it Cooper and Vanity posted here on B, and Cooper's out in the open. It's a high pressure position, has to hit a shot and then fall off.
Yeah, he's like semi-aggressive, but he's never gone all the way out there.
Right.
And Vanity already has 32 kills.
He's gonna throw down that smoke. He plays close as well. Creates a bit more of comfort for Cooper. Flashed regardless. Fast entry from Quesarado. That's the easy to beat. Food sprays down, and he does kill Yuri. The So the trade into the advantage of eUnited, but they've lost a lot of that site control. They're going to go into the B retake. This is something we saw very rarely from them yesterday versus Avant-Garde. Can they pull it off?
They did, and then the one time that they did do it, they pulled it off. And
yes.
Even it came down in the last few seconds. They did it with all their players going through CTs just like this, with just a little bit of grenade usage, and they have 2 mollies. So,
right.
But the thing is, quad and emo can be mollied out. It's not actually useful.
Big peek, Art. He's going to get slain. Able J lines up 3. Again, the multi-frags are there. Vinny in from the corner. A valiant attempt from eUnited, but he found the timing. Not just the timing in that particular play, but an excellent map from Abel, I'd say.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, kill count's not huge, but the impact, Mohan.
Yeah, and Art just in the first half was off, and he seemed like he was everywhere. Another great map from Vanity. I can see from this is probably one of his better maps in general, and the series should be pretty exciting. But it's a bad loss to lose Inferno to Furia today.
Not surprised to see eUnited, take this one close. I was very impressed with their gameplay yesterday on Inferno with Avant-Garde. And to think, you go quadruple, triple overtime, whatever it was, versus Avant-Garde. This one nearly goes the distance as well, 29 rounds. So you have those 2 map losses, and you're 1 map away from going home. It's Nuke up next. We're going to see you guys there.